Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the ALPINA XD3. Now, before we go and have a chat about this car, you'll notice there's someone sat next to me.
Hello.
This is Alex from ALPINA in Nottingham. And before we get started, if you want any information on ALPINA, just if you want to have a chat about ALPINA, if you're looking at inquiring about one, please use the link in the description of this video to get in contact with this man and he'll sort you out. Now, let's move on and talk all about this car. This, I'm guessing, is based on an X3. Kind of obvious, isn't it?
Yep.
But before all that, tell me a little bit about ALPINA. Where are they built? Sort of what's the badge mean? For people that don't know what ALPINA is, just give me a real quick rundown of ALPINA.
Yeah, of course. So ALPINA is a very small scale company. They probably have about 200 employees.
Very small then.
Yeah, and they are situated in a little town about 40 minutes from Munich called Buchloe, or Buchloe, depending on how you pronounce it. Generally most of those 200 employees tend to be engineers these days.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's research and development. They've got cars coming in and out all the time, and they're doing projects with BMW on some upcoming BMWs that they have as well. So yeah. Lots of things happening there. The sort of ALPINA started in the 1960s. Sort of, as you can see on the logo there, you've got a piston and a crankshaft.
That's cool.
Sort of sell them as conversions for early BMWs, and then probably came across to the UK in the early to mid 80s as well, which was a relationship with Burkhard Bovensiepen, who owned the company at the time, and you also had Frank's in there, which was the relationship there. Frank had an ALPINA.
Amazing.
And he thought we might be able to do a service for the ALPINA team, and we became the sole importer of ALPINA to the UK.
Amazing, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So that's the link between obviously ALPINA and Sytner.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah. Well, I've learned that. That's a really cool little fact I've learned today. Okay, so enough of that. Let's talk about this car. Mm-hmm. So as I've already said, it's pretty much an X3, isn't it? So what do ALPINA do with this then? Do they take just a shell of an X3 and then what do they do from there?
So again, very similar to what they've done with the B3. So ALPINA's philosophy is to have a really nice driving road car. So again, the suspension, the dampers are different to what you'd find on the 340D. Horsepower is probably about the same as an X3 M40D. Probably 5 horsepower more.
Okay.
But then again, we've got 730 Newton meters of torque.
And it picks up well.
It picks up well, yeah. Our XD3 is a little bit different to the ones that you'd find in the EU. Yeah. We do not have the quad turbo over here. This is bi-turbo.
Okay.
And it's because we don't have space for the turbos with the right-hand drive.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a shame. We lost 2 turbos because of where we sit in the car.
Steering wheel. Yeah. Yeah. So other markets like Japan, I guess, are in the same boat as us.
Yeah. But, true.
Yeah. There's a fun fact for you there. Yeah.
Another thing I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I straight away I can feel that this feels much. I'm guessing it's got a slightly different state of tune. It's supposed to be, I wouldn't say lazy, that's not the word I want to use, but more relaxed, calmer, and a little bit just smoother in its power delivery.
Yeah.
Because it definitely feels a lot smoother. It feels really smooth.
Well, one thing that we're going to do now, if this is okay with you, I'm going to touch down here, and we are in Comfort Plus now. So this is ALPINA's extra level of comfort that they have on top of a standard BMW.
God, it feels smooth. Yeah. It feels so smooth. And note there was a notable step change then as well. You could definitely feel that it's. So have we got different dampers? Have we got different suspension setup? Yeah.
So this is the softest suspension setup that we've got on the car.
Definitely feel it feels fantastic.
The thing is, I on country roads like this, I quite like to have an individual setting where I've got the suspension set up in Comfort Plus to manage the potholes, and it's really good at doing that. But I like the steering a little bit
sharper.
Yeah. So I can do that in my sport individual setting.
Yeah. That's really cool. It feels great. I mean, it just feels. I don't know how to describe it. Just really relaxed. I mean, you said it really well with when we drove the B3. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing, as we just experienced. When you put your foot down in it, it shifts, it picks up and goes. But in a way, you don't want to drive it like that. You don't want to take it by the scruff of the neck and really just exploit it. You kind of just want to ride that surge of torque and power, and just drive it completely different to the way you probably would a BMW M car. Yeah, it feels just super chilled, super relaxed, a lovely place to sit. I mean, I love this little changes. So we've got an Alpina badge here. We've got the different stitching. Is the steering wheel different leather? It feels different. Yeah, so we have Lavellina steering wheel there again, which is again bespoke to Rolls-Royce and Alpina. Really nice. Yeah. Paddles, yep, they are bespoke to Alpina as well. So the blue and green stitching, sort of tipping the hat to Alpina's racing. Homage to Alpina's racing. Great, history. And then you've got a slightly just sort of bespoke dash in front of you with Alpina badge in the blue and so on. And then down in the middle, the plaque. I do always like seeing the plaque in the cars. So what's this? We are in 353. 353. 353. Interesting note on the XD3 as well, as BMW are phasing out the X340D, and also the 340D. We have one more XD3 at time of filming today. Okay. So we have this, which is a registered demo, last brand new XD3, and then that's it. Continue. Well, there you go. If you want an XD3, get in contact soon before that car is gone, because I mean, it's the last of its breed. It's the last of its breed, and I think it's such a shame because this diesel engine is just fantastic, isn't it? It's just slow down, just grunt and pull. It's a different power. It's a different sort of feel to acceleration. It's not all the power is just. It's a surge, it's a wave, it just pulls you along, and it's just really lovely. And I mean, I think my experience with both this car and the B3 has really sort of opened my eyes to Alpina. I always just thought, oh, they just did a little bit of a body kit and some wheels. But it definitely isn't. No. The engineering that goes into these cars is absolutely fantastic, and it feels really special, really lovely thing to drive, and a fantastic place to sit. It's got plenty of power, it's unbelievably comfortable. You've got all the special little bits that just make it a little bit different to a normal X3 or even an X3M. It's a really lovely place, and if you want any more information on the Alpina XD3, as we've just said, there's one left at time of filming. Please get in contact with this man. Guys at Nottingham, just get in contact really quickly to make sure you don't miss out on one of the very last high-powered BMW Alpina diesel engines, because it's a shame that it's going. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you guys again very soon.